We're outside HiBar, a hair and skincare brand that manufactures their products right here in St. Paul. They've taken a real innovative approach to the way they do their packaging and manufacturing process. We're going to go inside and learn more. Nora, thanks for having us in.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, appreciate it. This is Nora Shopper. She's one of the founders of HiBar.
Hello, everybody.
Can you give us just a quick overview? What is HiBar?
Sure. HiBar is a mission-based company. We're on a mission to inspire the removal of single-use plastic, and we're doing that by reformulating beauty and personal care products. They have to be super effective. They have to be made beautifully. As you can see, they're kind of like a little sculpture. We wanted to be an inspirational brand. This is actually a shampoo, and our shampoos and conditioners are made without water.
So what was the inspiration behind starting HiBar?
It truly was about eliminating plastic. So we had a previous business, my husband Jay and I. We were making bath bombs and soaps and selling them through the natural markets. And we realized that we could make a shampoo and a conditioner solid, in a solid form, and that would eliminate the need for a plastic bottle. So we started formulating and coming up with really high quality salon grade shampoos and conditioners in solid form.
That's great. I don't know a lot about the health and beauty space. I do know it's an incredibly difficult space. So hearing that you had
competitive.
Exactly. So hearing that you had experience in it, you decided to launch another business, another product, and maybe even a more competitive space. What gave you the confidence early on that this was a product people wanted and that it would be successful?
Well, truly early on, we just were trying to eliminate a plastic bottle. That was the real motivation, just because around that time was when Greta Thunberg had come out.
Sure. And
all of the protests were happening around the environmental situation that's happening with we're drowning in plastic waste. And so she was kind of an inspiration that got a whole movement going around our waste. And this was happening at the same time that we were like, hey, we can make a shampoo without a plastic bottle by taking out the water. So typical shampoo and conditioner is over 80% water. That's just filler in the product.
Right.
So when you take water out and you have 100% effective ingredient, it turns out that that's actually a better format for washing your hair, and it eliminates the need for plastic too. So it just started taking off. We had relationships in co-ops, and so we started talking to some of the co-ops, and we said, would you buy this if we were able to make it without a plastic bottle? And they were just very excited about the opportunity.
Got it. So the first customers were truly talking to the co-ops, being excited about the product, and you decided, hey, we're going to make this and see how it goes.
Exactly,
right?
yes. Okay. Yes. We didn't actually intend to go into grocery when we started selling the product. We thought that it would be more of like a yoga studio or a hair salon.
Sure.
But we were discovered by Whole Foods early on, and went national distribution with Whole Foods within a year of launch. And so once we were in Whole Foods and you're on a credible grocery shelf like that, we started getting calls from other grocery chains. Sprouts was the second, and then it just kept expanding. We got into REI. And so there's just a lot of different retailers that you can go to when you have a sustainable product. REI is a fantastic story, and one of the things I love about REI is they also brought in our deodorant, and they brought in our unscented deodorant. We didn't realize that there's a whole category of people that would prefer unscented because of hunting or outdoor activities. You don't want to smell and attract bear to your campsite.
My understanding was the initial thought was you were going to be a brand, right?
Yes, exactly.
Quickly, plans shifted a bit, and
Absolutely.
We're obviously here in your manufacturing facility. What happened, or how did you decide to do that?
I love that question. And so we started making a solid shampoo and a solid conditioner that was salon quality and selling it to stores. And we thought that we could just sell the concept. We started approaching manufacturers to make our product, and nobody could make our specific formula. we really have unique formulas here. We didn't realize it at the time, but truly HiBar was a disruptor in the industry. There weren't solid shampoos and conditioners on shelf before HiBar got to the grocery store shelf.
Sure.
And so really there weren't people making this. Now, 6 years later, we have competition for our shampoos and conditioners, and there are other manufacturers making it, but nobody is making it in this unique shape. And nobody is making it with a formula like ours. Ours truly reads like a salon grade formula, but without water in it. So a lot of what you see on the shelf is actually soap that's made to market it as a shampoo, but shampoo and soap is actually different. They have a different pH level, and ours is actual shampoo. But it is unique, a unique formula. And each one of ours is a unique formula for the specific hair need, and they just couldn't make it on their lines.
Sure.
So we've developed and kind of invented the equipment it's probably used for different things, but we're using it for shampoo and conditioner or deodorant and kind of just making it work on our manufacturing line.
That's great. Well, we'd love to see the process. Can we go
Okay,
check it out?
great. Yes, go check it out.
Great.
Okay, I'm
All right.
going to pass you off to Jay.
Hey.
Here, he's in charge of operations.
Well, Jay, it would be great if you could walk us through and show us exactly how HiBar is made.
Sure. So we're in the hot pour room, and right now we're getting set up to pour our deodorants. Now this deodorant is a very clean formula, and it's in a paper tube. So the whole tube itself is paper, which is kind of hard to get. It took us a while to source this and to get the shape that we wanted, but let me just show you.
Yeah.
This is the tube itself. It's all paper, and then we just fill them up. And this is what is called a molten filling machine. Everything is heated.
Okay.
So from this, all the nozzles, all the tubes, all the hoses is all heated, because if it's not heated, then it clogs up, and then you have a really tough day. So we're gonna pour thousands of these deodorants today.
Great.
So this is kind of what we call the rotary table, and this spins around and it feeds the belt. And then we got 4 filling tubes. We can fill about 45 tubes a minute, and it just kind of goes along here and then onto this, what we call a remelter. And then it melts and flattens the top of the deodorant. So we're gonna go over to the shampoo bay. This is where we make all our shampoo, and right over there is where we weigh out all the ingredients.
Okay.
And then there's our big hot plate where we melt stuff, waxes and humectants and other conditioning agents. And then we actually mix the shampoo in that room there. And then the bowls come out here, and then they're extruded.
We've got a bunch of different colors here. I assume they're different product, different formulations.
Yeah, so we formulate for hair type.
Okay.
So this blue formula is our moisturize, which is the box I'm holding right here. This is shampoo.
Okay.
And it's formulated for serious hydration, moisturizing of your hair, shining of your hair. And then the green is for maintain. So we kind of formulate for hair need. And I was actually doing an in-store demo, and somebody came in to buy our product, and people can't remember am I using volumize or moisturize, but they do remember the color.
The color. Yeah. Okay.
So I thought that was kind of neat.
So the color is consistent. If I need, and remind me, the blue is
Moisturize.
moisturize. I need moisturizing. I'm going to remember the blue color, and
Yeah.
that's always the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they go to what we call our fulfillment bank. And This is where all the packaging gets done. So we just call it like finishing the product, putting them in boxes, doing the lock codes, and then we case pack everything up. We're still doing the packaging by hand, so we put them in the tissue and then put them in the box. This is basically where everything ends up, is on these shelves, finished product.
Got it. I mean, what I think is interesting is you're manufacturing thousands of products a day, right, that you're sending out.
Yep.
So, you know, it could be a very robotic process, but you also have a lot of the human element in here, in your product. I think it's a little bit different, right?
I think it is different. You know, we're a brand that self-fulfills and self-manufactures, which I think is unique.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be a sales and marketing company and they'll have somebody else make the product, which is what we wanted to do.
Sure.
But nobody would make our shampoo. It's a very unique process. So we decided to start making it ourselves, and then we made some investments, and now we're kind of locked into making it ourselves. So yeah, everything is made by hand.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I know there's been some manufacturing challenges that you've had to overcome, innovations that you've had to make.
Yeah.
What are some of them? Can you give us an idea of, you laugh, but I know there's got to be a good story or two in there.
There are.
Yeah.
I call them like dog bites
Okay.
of the industry. So they're just things like when we started out, we were very early on making them in our basement. We had the pneumatic hose for the presses running out our dryer vent.
Okay.
And the compressor itself was in the garage. And the ceilings are about that high,
Right.
and we only had 2 or 3 employees down there doing it.
Sure.
I remember we were trying to extrude manually, and there's a pottery studio in the basement as well.
Okay.
That I kind of, dormanted. And I had a clay extruder, and I put that onto a post in the basement to extrude, to try to figure out how best to make this product. This is really early stage. And I remember doing something, and I turned around, and I totally ran into the extruder that I just put on the post. I hurt myself, so that was at the point where Whole Foods called, and I just hit my face on the extruder I just installed, and that I think we decided at that point we got to get out of the basement,
get out of there. Yeah.
and that's where we moved here.
And it's easy to see. I mean, just the walk we did here. You've got a wall, you've punched through another wall, you've punched through.
Yeah.
What's next? I mean, what is 5 years from now? What does HiBar look like?
I think, hopefully more automation, to be honest. Still a lot of human element, but just more automation, a bigger space, probably twice the size, maybe our own building. And yeah, we're growing now pretty good. So in 5 years, I think we're just going to be more well-known, hopefully, and more products.
Yeah, we're back here with Nora, and I want to ask her a little bit more about the branding, the unique shape, how that came to be.
Okay, great. Well, it took us a long time to come up with a shape that we thought would work well. We wanted it to stand upright. As you can see, our boxes also stand upright. We really wanted it to be the consumer to have a true choice on shelf next to a plastic bottle. So we wanted the vertical angle. For the bar itself, we knew that when you take it out of the package, the brand doesn't carry into the shower. So we wanted a unique shape that was beautiful to look at, but also had a purpose. So this beveled edge right here is intended to be applied directly to your head. So that's kind of where the shape came in. It also cups really nicely in your hand and doesn't slide around. So that was part of it as well. It also stands upright, so it sheds water really easily. And then the way it fits so well in our package. So when we ship out a product, they're generally shipping out sets. It nestles in a box like this, and then there's no need for any filler packaging. We close up the mailing with the mailing label, and there's absolutely no extra filler in the product at all when we ship them out. So that was part of the design as well, so they could nest together for efficiency in shipping.
And this is a water droplet, raindrop, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to represent a water, the water that we're taking out of the product, basically, and the conservation of it.
One other thing I noticed, there's an imprint.
There is.
You and I have a little bit different, right?
Yes, so this is the shampoo. In the shampoo, we do have an S in there. We are working on getting a C on the conditioner. That hasn't happened yet. But some of the most common feedback we get is it's hard to tell which is the shampoo and which is the conditioner once you're in the shower.
Okay.
So they are made differently. So the shampoo does have a seam. So S for shampoo and S for seam. The conditioners also sometimes have a little concave in the bottom, so C for concave. But truly, once you start using them, the shampoo foams and the conditioner does not. So once you use the product, it's easy to tell the difference. But that is part of why that has an S in there.
Got it. Great. Obviously, this is a little different than your traditional shampoo bottle. This lasts longer. I've seen a graphic. Tell me a little bit about that.
So this is concentrated. We took water out of the formula. Typical shampoo and conditioner is over 80% water. So this is actually 3 bottles worth of shampoo. When you take water out of the formula, it's a concentrated formula. It lasts longer. You don't need as much. And it also eliminates additional products from your routine because your hair health improves. Once you take water out of the formula and you're applying it directly to your hair, it's actually improving your hair health. It works so well.
Interesting.
And it's also 3 bottles worth, and it just lasts and lasts and lasts.
Great. You also, we had talked about the packaging, obviously removing plastic from it. What are some of the statistics or impacts you've had?
So we've been tracking how many bottles we've removed since we've been in business. We're 6 years of selling bars now, and we're almost to 7 million plastic bottles eliminated. That's across the line with our shampoo, conditioner, deodorants, and face wash. And we also conserve the water from the product, eliminating water. So we've conserved almost 1.5 million gallons of water, eliminating that from the process as well. And we're just going to keep reformulating products in the body care aisle to eliminate plastic. So watch us for more to come.
Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you having us in here today. This was great to see it.
Thanks.
What else should we be looking for from HiBar? What's next?
Well, we are coming out with a solid lotion and solid body wash coming up in the next couple of months. And you can find it all on www.hellohibar.
Great. Well, thanks, Nora. Appreciate it.
Thank you.